Hey guys, Chad here from CNR Reviews. So we got the Beretta Nano back from warranty, and took a little over a week to actually get back. I actually picked it up this morning, and I want to go over, guys, what they did to the weapon. And I actually have to give Beretta some kudos and say, hey guys, thank you so much for getting me the gun back so fast. About 8, almost 9 days. That is really impressive for that to get sent out and then returned so quickly. They sent it to a place called Bolsa Gunsmithing. I believe that's probably like an affiliate of Beretta's who does their warranty service. And my complaint, guys, the whole reason why I sent it to them was because the weapon was having a ton of failure to ejects. And it didn't matter what type of ammo was being shot through the weapon. Whether it was 124 grain American Eagle, 124 grain Arms Corps, 115 Magtech, 124 Magtech, 115 American Eagle. It didn't matter. The gun malfunctioned. And I know I've heard a lot of guys going, hey guys, Beretta says use 124. Well, unfortunately, I went through the manual just to make sure I wasn't missing something, and they don't say that. They actually don't say anything. This says use good quality ammo. And so if they intend for you to shoot, which according to Beretta's rep on their YouTube video, the gun, and from what they've actually responded to some other YouTubers out there who have had issues, the gun is intended to be shooting really expensive, high-end defensive rounds for it to function reliably. Basically, their excuse is that when using full metal jackets, regardless of brand, every so often you're going to have a bad round. But what's funny is I can shoot these same rounds that supposedly will malfunction, so Beretta's blaming it on the manufacturers, that supposedly will malfunction. I can shoot those same rounds in my Glock or in my car or in my M&P Shield or something like that, and guess what? There is no malfunctions. They function 100%. So that's a pretty bullshit excuse as far as I'm concerned. So let's see what things they performed. It says repairs performed. They polished the chamber, which we're going to show you. I actually went over the gun with a gentleman at Sportco to see what actually they did, and we looked at it. They lubed the rails because they were supposedly dry, and I'm going to show you guys what they did to the rails. This really burns me. Everything else checked out okay. The firearm was clean. They test fired extensively without any malfunctions. Okay, so Ryan and I are really big on cleaning our weapons. My dad has always told us you better clean your weapons, keep them in good condition. The gentleman that we really shoot with a lot, Mike, he's the same way. It's always make sure your weapons are clean. So we've kind of got it drilled into our heads of you always clean your weapon after you go to the range. Even if you only put a couple rounds down range, the weapon is still dirty. Get that fouling out of there. Give it no reason to ever malfunction, and always clean it up nicely. And usually what I use is just a Hops number 9. Sometimes I'll use like their higher end stuff, or I'll use Wilson Combat. This is a grease / lube that's phenomenal, guys. But I'll maybe use that as like a finish. I'll put that on maybe the rails or something like that. It's not very thick. It's just a very nice thin coating of oil that seems to do really well. Or I'll finish it off with the hops. So that's what I had done actually before I sent this gun in. I cleaned it really well because we had just shot at the range. I cleaned it really well. I put the hops on there, really light coating. So those rails, when they say are dry, that's bullshit. There's no way those rails dry out in a couple days. So that's a bullshit excuse. Let's go ahead and get the gun taken down. And we'll go to dry fire in a safe direction. Sorry guys, I'm outside, so if there's background noise, we got a dog barking back there, and apologize. I want to show you guys what they did to the rails when they lubed them. I don't know how well you guys can see that. That is all grease. I mean, it is stuck in the slide. Let's look at the rails themselves. Those rails are supposed to be nice and smooth, and actually with a nice coat of oil, they are, and hopefully the camera's picking that up. But guess what? Those are full of grease. That is not okay. And actually, even Beretta, on page 50 of their manual, states, for the frame, it says use a cloth lightly soaked in gun oil, clean the areas of the cocking lever, the ejector, and the slide rails, which would be these guys. If necessary, use a cleaning brush. dry the parts, and lightly oil the slide rails. It says it, guys. Lightly oil the slide rails. Right there. Was it right there? Yep, right there. So, even their own guy didn't follow that. He greased the shit out of it. That is not going to help with failure to ejects. That's a pretty bullshit, lame excuse, if you ask me. Let's look at how they polished the chamber, because I think you guys are going to laugh at this. They actually just polished the rim of the chamber. Let's have you guys look at that. That's all they did. As you guys can see, when they polish, they actually remove the finish. So if you look inside of the barrel, you can see there's no polishing in there. That finish is still normal. It's still the standard finish that came with the gun. So all they did was run a little Dremel or something around there and polish it up. They didn't even polish the feed ramp. They've polished just that rim. So guys, if that's all they're going to do, then what I would recommend doing is doing it yourself. If that's really all it takes to fix the problem, that seems like it's a pretty easy fix and can be done by a 10-year-old. So what we're going to do and what the plans for this gun are, first of all, I'm going to clean the shit out of this because that is not okay to be greasing your gun like that. That's ridiculous. All that is going to do is attract fouling. The fouling is going to get stuck inside of that grease, and I'm going to have a bigger problem in the long run. The gun's going to malfunction because it's so filthy. The plans for this gun are we're going to take it to the range. We're going to put a good 100 and 150 rounds. We're going to try to do at least the first 50 on video. We should have a review coming out here pretty quickly once we find out if the gun was fixed by Beretta. Now, if it's been fixed, kudos to Beretta. I really appreciate it for them fixing the gun, but the gun should have been functioning 100% from the beginning. But it's nice to know that they do have competent gunsmiths, so we'll see. If it doesn't if it does malfunction, then I'm going to bash the gun and I'm going to bash Beretta. So guys, be ready for that. Unfortunately, I can't justify you guys buying a gun if they can't even fix it and get it right. So we'll see, guys. We'll see how it performs. Remember that these guns are bought by Ryan and I with our own money. These are not test and evaluation guns, and I don't owe anything to the manufacturer. So if it sucks, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. So if you have any questions regarding the Beretta Nano, guys, check out our videos. Like I said, don't ever grease your rails like that. That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to put a light coat of oil, or I recommend this lube/grease from Wilson Combat. It's very thin, very watery. It does a great job. Look forward to the review, guys. Stick with our channel if you want to see the review and what happens with the Beretta Nano. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Chad from CNR Reviews, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Have a good day.